Hello, hello. So with the Video Horror Society closed beta ending and early access launching Spoon, this is a good time for us to go over the tutorials and discuss what they do, and more importantly, what they don't teach you about the game. We know that Hellbent is working on revamped tutorials for the full release, so if there's anything you'd like to see in those that I don't cover here, please do leave that in the comments below. Enjoy! As a monster, you are more powerful than your enemies, but beware, the teens can fight back with weapons that burn, shock, purify, and curse. These icons up here. Once hit with each of these Sigma types, you die. You begin as Formless Evil. You then have 17 seconds to choose your moment to transform into the monster. Now it doesn't give you those 17 seconds in the tutorial, just makes you transform immediately. Rule number 1, attack everyone. Tap left mouse button for a quick attack or hold left mouse button for a lunge attack. I would like to see it explain that a lunge attack is really only... or what a lunge attack does. So when you're moving, it gives you extra distance, but if you're standing still, it doesn't, like, you don't lunge forward. But if you are lunging and you spin, and you hit a teen, like if your attack enters the teen's hitbox, it will still connect if you're lunging, whereas a quick attack you could miss if they're trying to spin you, right? Your first attack injures the teen, hit an injured teen to knock them down. Now they cannot get up without help from a friend. So, basic attack, and then standing still, lunge attack basically seems the same. But if you're moving, you can see the difference. If you lunge as a berserking werewolf, you basically jump forward. It's a pretty cool animation. So they want us to hit the teen. We'll do a basic attack on the first one. And we'll do a lunge attack on the second. Well, I guess it brings up the note so we can't really see the difference. Rule number 2, feast on fear. Feast on down teens to fuel your rage. Once enraged, you can knock down any teen with just one hit. Just remember, feasting makes you visible to teens. Keep feasting and fill up your rage bar. So I kind of have an issue with this being rule 2, because rage is a very situational mechanic. It can be very powerful to become enraged because you can knock down healthy teens, but it's also very risky and not something that you want to do all the time. I've heard from one and seen other people who seem to come out of the tutorial thinking that feasting is kind of the point of playing Monster. And they go into playing Monster in a real match and just die very quickly because they down somebody and then immediately feast. And even if they, like, notice somebody is nearby with a weapon, they will continue to feast. So maybe explain more the risks rather than just it makes you visible. Explain a little bit more about the mechanic. I'm not really sure because it is kind of a personal playstyle decision about whether feasting is worthwhile in a certain situation or not. It could be difficult to explain that. But making it a little more clear that feasting isn't always the thing you should be doing. So we see the rage bar filling up. So I guess that's about 1 hit worth of rage, because 3 hits will fill your bar. Rule number 3, get revenge. Under attack from a weapon, you can still fight, but your powers are disabled. If you do take a hit, the weapon is instantly destroyed and you can respawn elsewhere. So this would be a good place for them to give you cover. You've started taking damage. Dodge behind cover to avoid being banished, right? You dodge behind cover. As soon as you stop taking damage, it's like, okay, now you can use your defensive ability. I've changed my keybinds. These are not the defaults. But now you're behind cover, you've stopped taking damage, use your defensive ability, and howl. And then it could explain disruption, or it's cowering is the effect for howl. But sort of explain that you can disable the teen's weapons. Go berserk, gain a devastating speed boost. And then hunt. I don't think it really gives me a lot of time. Yeah, it doesn't really give you a lot of time to try out the last one that you use. So it would be nice to just have a little bit more time to try it out. Teens must hit you with each of the 4 stigmas to defeat you. Don't let that happen. Attack the unarmed teen. Again, should do it when they have somebody attacking you, but really needs to explain spacing, how to avoid taking damage from teens once they finish crafting their weapons. It also doesn't tell you where the teen is at this part of the tutorial, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be in here. Yeah. So it doesn't tell you where they are or how to find them, so that could be very frustrating for newer players. When you hit a teen, they have a brief moment to escape. An injured teen leaves a trail you can follow if you're quick. Even better than just telling you to hit the unarmed teen, it would be nice if they told you to use your tracking ability. So have a different section of the tutorial for actually using each of your abilities. So you're under attack, get behind cover, you get behind cover, then it tells you to use your defensive ability, and then it says the teen cannot use their weapon right now, use your movement ability to catch up to them. And then at this point, where they have you find somebody, it could tell you to use your tracking ability to find out where they are and hit them before they can craft a weapon. But anyways, they leave a trail behind you can follow if you're quick. So this is the chromatic aberration. It's not very visible, but we saw Barrett go around the corner. This is actually a place where teens really like to hide. So I like that they have him run here. And that's it. So overall, definitely more emphasis on using the maps to outplay the teens. More practical experience on how to use your monster abilities. And emphasizing that feasting is risky and not always the best play in every situation. That is the closed beta tutorial. We should have revamped versions when early access moves into the full release, and hopefully they will implement some of the changes that we've talked about today.